5 a.m. While most people hit snooze, a select few are already winning the day. The Japanese have been practicing the art of the sacred morning for over 1,000 years. They call it something that will change how you see your entire life. Because here is what nobody tells you. Your morning does not just set the tone for your day. It sets the trajectory for your entire existence. Today, you will discover why the most successful people on earth wake up early, and the ancient Japanese wisdom that makes it actually work. Chapter 1. The Battle of Two Mornings meet Takeshi and Rina. Both are 32. Both work demanding corporate jobs in Tokyo. Both want success, health, and fulfillment. But their mornings could not be more different. Takeshi wakes up at 7:30 a.m., already late. His alarm has been screaming for 20 minutes. He slaps it silent, stumbles to the bathroom, scrolls through his phone while, half awake, skips breakfast, grabs coffee, and rushes out the door stressed before his day even begins. By 9 a.m. he is already behind. Emails pile up. Meetings blur together. He makes decisions in reactive mode, never proactive, always catching up, always one step behind where he needs to be. His evenings? Exhausted, drained. He collapses on the couch, promises himself tomorrow will be different, sets his alarm for 6 a.m. with genuine intention. But when 6 a.m. comes, the cycle repeats. The snooze button wins, the chaos continues. Now meet Rina. Rina wakes at 5 a.m., not because she forces herself, not because she is superhuman, but because she understands something Takeshi does not. She practices katsu, the Japanese concept of morning activity. But it is more than just waking early. It is treating the morning as sacred time, as the foundation upon which the entire day is built. Her morning ritual. She sits in silence for 5 minutes. She drinks warm water. She stretches her body, gently. She journals 3 things she is grateful for. She plans her top 3 priorities. By 6 a.m. she has already won the day. At work, Rina is focused, calm, present. She makes clear decisions. She anticipates problems before they arise. She leaves at 5 p.m., not because she works less, but because she works smarter. Her evenings, peaceful, fulfilled. She reads, she cooks, she connects with loved ones. She sleeps deeply because her mind is not racing with unfinished chaos. What separates them is not talent, not luck, not genetics. It is the morning. Chapter 2. The Science Behind the Sacred Hour. The Japanese call the early morning hours Toki no ma, the space between time. The quiet hours when the world is still asleep, when your mind is fresh, when distractions have not yet invaded your consciousness. Modern neuroscience confirms what the Japanese have known for centuries. Your willpower is highest in the morning. Your cortisol, the hormone that helps you wake and focus, peaks shortly after sunrise. Your prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making and self-control, is at maximum capacity. This is why successful people wake early, not to suffer, not to prove something, but because the morning brain is fundamentally different from the exhausted evening brain. When Takeshi wakes up rushed, his body floods with stress hormones. His sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight, activates before he even leaves bed. He spends his entire day operating from a place of anxiety and reaction. When Rina wakes at 5 a.m., her body eases into the day. Her parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest, remains active. She transitions peacefully from sleep to wakefulness. She starts from a place of calm and intention. The Japanese practice of Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing, often happens in early morning, when nature is quietest, when the air is freshest, when the mind can truly reset. But you do not need a forest. You need silence. You need space. You need those sacred hours before the world demands your attention. Rina understands this. Every morning, she protects that first hour like her life depends on it. Because it does. Chapter 3. the ritual that changes everything. Here is what most people get wrong about waking up early. They think it is about willpower, about forcing yourself out of bed, about suffering through exhaustion until your body adjusts. The Japanese teach something different. It is called Kaizen, small, sustainable improvements. You do not go from waking at 8 a.m. to 5 a.m. overnight. You shift gradually, 15 minutes earlier each week. Your body adapts. Your mind accepts it. The change becomes natural, not violent. But more importantly, they teach Ikigai, your reason for being, your why. Takeshi has no reason to wake up early except guilt and obligation. So his subconscious resists. The snooze button becomes an escape from a life that does not inspire him. Rina wakes early because her morning is not a chore. It is her sanctuary. It is the only time that belongs completely to her. No emails, no demands, no interruptions, just her thoughts, her growth. She has built a ritual that nourishes her. 5 a.m. She wakes naturally, no alarm needed anymore. Her body has learned the rhythm. 5:05 a.m. Warm water with lemon. In Japanese culture, this cleanses the body and prepares it for the day. 5:15 a.m. Zazen meditation. 5 minutes of sitting in stillness, not forcing thoughts away, but observing them like clouds passing. 5:25 a.m. Gentle stretching. The Japanese practice Rajyo Taiso, radio exercises, simple movements that awaken the body without shocking it. 5:40 a.m. Journaling. 3 gratitudes, 1 intention for the day. This practice alone has transformed her mindset from scarcity to abundance. 6 a.m. Her day begins, but she has already won. Takeshi wakes up fighting the day. Rina wakes up creating it. Chapter 4. The Transformation. 6 months pass. Takeshi is still trapped in his cycle. He is more exhausted than ever. His health is declining. His relationships are strained. He scrolls through Instagram at night, looking at people who seem to have it all together, wondering what he is doing wrong. Then one morning, he sees Rina at the office at 8 a.m., already calm, already focused, already ahead. He asks her the question that changes everything. How do you do it? She does not lecture him. She simply invites him to join her morning routine for 1 week. Just 1 week. See what happens. The first morning is brutal. Takeshi wakes at 5:30 a.m. feeling like death. His body rebels. His mind screams. But Rina is there, guiding him through her ritual. The second morning is slightly easier. The third morning, something shifts. On the fourth morning, he notices something remarkable. He feels different, not just physically awake, but mentally clear. For the first time in years, he has space to think before the world crashes in. By the end of the week, Takeshi understands. This is not about waking up early. It is about reclaiming your life. He starts his own ritual, simpler than Rina's, just 20 minutes. But those 20 minutes become sacred. They become his anchor. Within a month, his performance at work improves. His manager notices. His stress decreases. His sleep deepens. His relationships improve because he is no longer bringing exhausted, reactive energy to everyone he meets. The Japanese have a saying, the morning sun has gold in its mouth. Takeshi finally understands what it means. The morning is not just time. It is possibility. It is potential. It is power. Chapter 5. The Secret They Don't Tell You. Here's what nobody tells you about the early morning routine. It is not really about the morning. It is about the evening. The Japanese practice katsu, evening activity. They understand that your morning begins the night before. Rina does not just wake at 5 a.m. She prepares for it. By 9 p.m., her screens are off. No phone, no laptop, no television. The blue light that destroys melatonin production, eliminated. By 9:30 p.m., she has taken a warm bath, a practice called furo, that signals to her body it is time to wind down. By 10 p.m., she is in bed with a book, not a thriller that keeps her mind racing, but something calming, reflective. By 10:30 p.m., she is asleep. Naturally, peacefully, she does not need an alarm because her body knows the rhythm. 7 hours later, at 5:30 a.m., she wakes, refreshed, restored, ready. Takeshi learns this lesson the hard way. He tries to wake early while staying up until midnight scrolling. It fails miserably, but when he shifts his evening routine, everything changes. He creates boundaries. He protects his sleep. He honors his body's need for rest. And suddenly, waking at 5 a.m. is not a battle. It is a gift. So here is the truth you need to hear. You do not need to wake up at 5 a.m. You do not need to follow Rena's exact routine. You do not need to become someone you are not. But you do need to reclaim your mornings. Because right now, you are giving away the most valuable hours of your day to chaos, to reaction, to the demands of a world that does not care about your dreams. The Japanese concept of asakatsu is not about productivity. It is about intentionality. It is about choosing how your day begins instead of letting it happen to you. Steve Jobs did not wake early to check emails. He woke early to think, to create, to design the future. Tim Cook does not wake at 4 a.m. to grind. He wakes to lead from a place of clarity, not chaos. Oprah does not wake early to work more. She wakes to center herself, to align with her purpose, to start from a place of peace. And you can do the same. Start small. Wake 15 minutes earlier. Protect those 15 minutes like treasure. Sit in silence. Breathe deeply. Set one intention. Watch what happens. Watch how your days transform. Watch how your decisions improve. Watch how your life shifts when you stop reacting and start creating. If this resonates, if you feel the pull toward change, subscribe to Zen Mindset. We are building a community of people who do not just survive their days. We design them. Remember this: the morning sun has gold in its mouth. The question is, will you wake up early enough to claim it? Your future self is waiting. In the quiet hours, in the sacred morning, in the space between time. Wake up. And finally, truly rise.